Teddy was born in February 2010 by emergency C-section and intubated immediately. After 2 months in the NICU, I was desperate to take him home. But they wouldn't discharge him unless he got a feeding tube, and that blindsided me because I thought feeding tubes were for people dying and in prolonged comatose states. And then, 3 days later, we left the hospital with a long peg and about 1 million questions. My training, in its entirety, consisted of being shown how to draw up a syringe, along with serious warnings about picking him up and flipping him over when he vomited so he didn't aspirate and die. The pump that was delivered to my house was different than the one they had been using in the NICU. It was a feed and flush type pump, and the guy who dropped it off just gave me a quick little training and left. And there I was at home, a single mom with a medically complicated newborn who vomited constantly and was a high aspiration risk. And I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what to ask. I was starting not even at 0. I was terrified. I spent the first 2 weeks watching Teddy all night long, snatching him up every time he refluxed, flipping him over and pounding him on his back. It was possibly the most stressful, difficult experience of my life. Then I met this other mom from an internet message board who generously offered to help. She told me to get an infinity pump, which was easier to use. At 9 months, he was crawling, so I put the pump in a little backpack and carried it around behind him. Teddy's doctor turned us on to amino acid-based formulas, and he started to eat a little more by mouth, started gaining weight and getting healthier. At 1 year, he started walking, so I strapped that little backpack on him. He learned to walk with his backpack on. Teddy's been wearing that backpack with the infinity pump in it ever since. Life is so much better for us. Teddy's 4 now, and we're still working on finding safe foods for him, but he's healthy, he's active, he does everything that other little boys do. He goes to school, to the playground, he's not hindered in any way by his feeding tube. Without his formula and the infinity pump, Teddy probably wouldn't be here today. We are so happy. I credit the infinity pump for making it possible for Teddy to just be a kid.